Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Head to 4imprint.com to find out more.
4imprint, for certain.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Sarah Jessica Parker almost walked away from Sex and the City. She talks about that and a lot more on Are You a Charlotte? Plus, Snoop Dogg spills about his inauguration performance backlash, and trust me, he's got a lot of things to say about it with The Breakfast Club. And Aubrey O'Day, Diddy's former protege, joins Amy Robach and TJ Holmes for exclusive coverage of the trial that's gripping the nation.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
818 KFYR, Guns of the 701. Clay, how are you?
Oh, doing pretty good, Todd. Going to go work the last of our calves as soon as I get done here this morning.
And then you got the summer off, and then what? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just ramping up. But, it's a good thing. We've had a ton of rain, really, for this area. And you get a little sunshine and a few warm days. And I think we're going to have a decent hay crop, I think, this year. So
there you go.
I'll be busy then.
Perfect. Donald Trump Jr. hosting an online gun store event for investors. I think that just perked a lot of ears up right there.
Yeah, well, I kind of wanted to do this one because, it's Don Jr., and Don Jr., if anybody doesn't follow him, you should. It's entertaining a lot of times.
Oh, absolutely. I want to see him in a presidential debate down the line.
Oh, wouldn't that be good?
Oh,
that
man.
would be great. But, and I like to tweak those people that sometimes, around the Bismarck area that have Trump derangement syndrome. So I thought this would be a great article to do. Don
You're
Jr.,
right.
Yeah. and he's a big avid. If you don't know, he's a big gun collector. He's a big gun guy. He's a big hunter. I mean, Don Jr. is got a history of being the everyday guy, even though he grew up around money, and that's a whole other story. But he wants to put some money, and he's putting up his own as well as others. He's getting others to try and go along with this. And they want to have a new online kind of clearinghouse, I guess, or store that would be emulating what Amazon would do, where, you go there and get everything, right? Well, this would be the same thing, only for firearms. Second Amendment, it doesn't get more 2A than that, called Grab a Gun. That's going to tweak people right there. If you can go online and buy any gun that you want at grabagun.com, So he's putting this
Wonder what they sell there.
Yeah, guns, ammunition. Come on. It's like the best thing
Grab
ever,
a gun.
right?
Love it.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of people have concerns about local retailers, and I do completely understand that, but there's a pretty small margin, and I've had many guys that have FFL dealers, even with brick and mortar shops, that say, the margin markup on a firearm is not that great. These guys ain't getting rich. You can't. Basically, to compete, there's not a lot of markup, and they hope that you buy some ammunition, some optics, some other things in the store. Well, I think they'd be more than willing to handle your FFL work, and they should charge for that for a transfer. But what they're going to be doing is he's getting an investor gathering in New York City, and it's happening next week, the way it sounds, on Tuesday, for online gun retailer Grab a Gun. I didn't know this. They're expected to ring the bell on the New York Stock Exchange next month for this endeavor. So that'd be kind of cool. I'm going to be looking out for that. I think it'd be fun to see grab a gun there in the camera, ringing the bell. And he's teamed up with Omid Malik and CEO Mark Namati, and they hope that this will transfer into a platform that will be essentially the Amazon platform of 2A and Second Amendment firearms, ammunition, everything. I mean, that's what they're hoping to do. They're looking for investors, and I don't know. I think this is a great idea. They're expecting 50 hedge fund managers and some other investors to attend these meals and these gatherings as we go on looking for investors. I don't know. I think this is a great idea. Basically, Trump Jr. and Malik, they founded 1789 Capital, and I was aware of this. I'm actually I've got a subscription to this called Public Square, and I like it a lot better. You go on there, and it basically has any kind of company that you can think selling just about anything, but they're pro-conservative, pro-constitutional, pro-Christian values. Most of these companies on there have that kind of an ideology base. There's no woke companies within Public Square. So if you haven't went there, I mean, if you're looking for that kind of business retail, that's the way to go for your online. Skip Amazon, go to Public Square. Well, that's what they're trying to do. And I would imagine that Grab a Gun eventually, maybe it'll even it'll show up there at that platform. I don't know. But I just love this idea. They're giving everybody a chance to do away with doing business with those big box outlets that don't like your freedom, don't like the Second Amendment, even though they'll still sell a few firearms, but they do it quietly. And I just think it's going to be great. I mean, you got over 500 million firearms out there right now in the private sector. So there's definitely a market for this. That's a lot of firearms.
I also just like to take the stick of Trump derangement syndrome and poke the bear just a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely.
Put that level up one more, you know?
Heck yeah.
Grab a gun. Oh, sure, grab a gun. That's all we need. I can just hear the whining already.
I love the name. Grab a gun. I mean, that alone, and you know that they were sitting around going, hey, if we're going to do this, let's make this be kind of like a catchphrase, or it's going to be very well known. Grab a gun's going to catch.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's catchy. Like it or not, it's darn catchy. You have to admit that either way.
I think it sounds like a good idea to invest when it becomes available. Buy some shares in that. Would be my suggestion.
Get the sticker on the back of the pickup and everything, right?
Yeah, there you go.
825 and KFYR's Clay Peterson, Guns of the 701. Constitutional carry, 29 states, and hoping for more.
Yeah, and I put this out there because, North Dakota is a constitutional carry state now. We fought real hard to get that. So South Dakota here, and not so much in Minnesota. They're absent from that.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. And it's sad because Minnesota, other than those three spots pretty much in the state, is pretty conservative when you look at every county. So maybe someday. I don't know. Maybe they got to have a split in the state. And
yeah, I mean, the only
state there.
The only people that aren't are the people that live on top of each other, and they have guns anyway, so I don't know what their problem with guns is. They have them.
Yeah. And Pennsylvania, right now, they had a bill out there, and this is where I get frustrated with our side, especially the Republican Party. Sometimes they don't want to have these battles because the bill won't pass. So what? Have the battle. Make these people vote. When they have a voting record and it goes against your rights, expose it when they're running for office and re-election. But in Pennsylvania, you got a representative. So I kind of did some digging on him. His name's Frank Burns. He's a Democrat from District 74. He actually has been fairly pro-gun in his voting, but it's because of him that this House bill went down and isn't going to probably see the light of day now in Pennsylvania because he was the one vote that could have probably flipped it over. The Senate in Pennsylvania, it would have passed. Granted, the governor was never going to sign it there. His name is Josh Shapiro, and he's a heavy leftist, and he hates the Second Amendment. He hasn't met gun control he hasn't loved. But so what? Make these reps and make these senators vote on this bill, and that's the problem. They're so afraid to do this stuff. You're seeing this in North Carolina as well. They passed one out of the Senate called Senate Bill 50. They sent it to the House, and it's been sitting in the House committee. And I imagine, no one wants to take this vote because they're afraid of how it might probably challenge their next reelection, and that's sad. And that's why we're sitting at 29 states. We got those first 29, and they were relatively pretty easy to get it through. It took some time, and some even in this state, unfortunately, in North Dakota, it took way too long, way longer than it should have. But we got it, and that's the problem with our party. They don't get out there. They say they're pro Second Amendment, but they don't truly get behind everything. And you got a lot of people within our own party, and I don't blame the Democrats. I know how they think. They're adamantly within their platform at the national. They do not like the Second Amendment. But our side, they should be thinking about this, because they could be primaried again, especially with people like Charlie Kirk out there. He's shown that they can do it, and I hope to see this happen, and that's probably why you're never going to see it go through Congress. There is a bill there. There's two of them, one in the House, one in the Senate, that would give true constitutional carry across the United States. But when you got people like McCarskey out of Alaska and Susan Collins, who they quote are Republicans out of Maine, they're never going to vote for this. And then you still got to hit that 60 vote threshold in a Senate, which we do not have right now. So I doubt you're going to see these bills move through and do anything. But you know what? Bring them to the floor, get a vote on them, get these people on record as to where they stand on the Second Amendment, rather than letting them just go out there, oh, yeah, rah, 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 I'm running this year and I'm for the Second Amendment. They get reelected and then do nothing on it when they get there. So 29 states is what we got. There's a lot of permits. I mean, there's a lot of states, almost all of them have some type of a concealed carry permit available, but constitutional carry is where we need to be. We had this battle of concealed carry, went on for decades, and now we're kind of at the same stage with constitutional carry. It's going to take a lot of work now, and get her done.
I want to have somebody on to debate you, somebody who hates the Second Amendment.
Bring it.
And I want to hear the debate. Because I guess I kind of come from a standpoint of the Second Amendment, either you're passionate for it or just simply don't care and whatever. I don't. Well, it's an amendment that shouldn't be hated. Even if you don't want one, don't carry one. And right. You want the people that have them to be trained well to use them properly.
And most people won't debate me on this, and it's probably because I've lived it my whole life, but there is no compromise to my rights. I don't care if it's the Second Amendment, the First. There is no compromise when it's a right. I don't compromise my rights. And that puts me on a hard line, even with some Republicans, because I'm not going to compromise those rights. It's just not going to happen. And that's why the argument is the same. I don't waver in it when I'm debating somebody. I mean, I did that for 10 years in the NRA because it's the truth. I don't have any other belief on it, so it's pretty hard to put up, play things to trip me up on it. And you can try, but I'm not going to waver on my stance.
Clay Peterson, Guns of the 701. Yeah, okay, he wants to carry his gun everywhere, so even that's why he never flies anywhere, because he wants to carry his gun. You can't do it. More coming up, Guns of the 701 on the
KFYR 550.
Coming up on the Friday edition of the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, diving into the latest on the interior enforcement efforts. We know Trump has locked down the border. How are things going for immigration and customs enforcement? We know there are some Democrats who think the law doesn't apply in their town or city. Trump's not going to like that. We'll discuss. Plus, Dean Cain, formerly Superman. You know him from Fox News. He'll be with us on Clay and Buck.
This morning at 11 on KFYR. It's Mitchell in the Morning. KFYR 550.
One state appeals court rejecting all 7 points of appeal filed by Bayer as another state's corn farmers voice their concerns about the Make America Healthy Again Commission report. Todd Mitchell, pinch hitting on the Dakota Farm and Ranch report.
With over 9,000 acres listed on upcoming Pfeiffer's land auctions, don't miss these Pfeiffer's featured events in Burke, Cass, Ward, Towner, and Williams counties in North Dakota, in Clay and Wilkin County, Minnesota, Lincoln County, South Dakota, and Dawes County, Nebraska. Also featuring an 1,800-acre ranch in Corson County, South Dakota, and an 840-acre hidden gem in the heart of the Black Hills. For full details, information, and online bidding on dozens of land and equipment auctions throughout the region, log on to Pfeifers.com.
KFYR.
A Missouri appeals court affirmed a trial court $661 million product liability judgment in favor of 4 plaintiffs who alleged Bayer's active ingredient, glyphosate, caused their non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Back in November 2023, a jury in the Circuit Court of Cole County found Monsanto, now owned by Bayer, liable on claims of strict liability for design defect of Roundup, strict liability for failure to warn, and negligence in the cases of 4 individuals. The 3-judge panel on the Missouri Court of Appeals Western District rejected all 7 points of appeal filed by Bayer, calling out the company for its handling of glyphosate. The recent Make America Healthy Again Commission report denigrates the safety of key pesticides used by corn growers and other farmers. In response, the Iowa Corn Growers Association spoke, saying the report released by the Make America Healthy Again Commission is deeply concerning to Iowa corn growers. Crop protection tools like pesticides are essential for farmers working to provide affordable, high-quality food to those around the world. Farmers should not have to defend themselves against misinformation when decades of scientific research prove these tools are not only safe but essential. Farmers care deeply about leaving the land better than they found it. The crops farmers grow is the food they feed their own families, and together they strive to ensure their agricultural products are safe and accessible for everyone who depends on them. Meanwhile, just over a year after Tyson Foods closed a pork processing plant in Iowa, JBS USA announced it'll build a state-of-the-art sausage production facility in the same Iowa town. $135 million facility expected to create some 500 total direct jobs and estimated 250 local construction jobs. Operation slated for late 2026. The company indicates the new facility will produce 130 million pounds of sausage, processing 500,000 sows each year. Todd Mitchell pinch hitting at the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report.
KFYR, your ag authority.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the start of summer 2025. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Make sure you have the free iHeartRadio app in your phone today.
Indeed knows working in healthcare can be rewarding and challenging. Let's check your vitals. Nicole is passionate about helping every patient, but her current nursing gig has left little room for work-life balance.
I'm gonna miss girls' night again.
She needs Careers in Care by Indeed. Their hub for healthcare professionals has resources to help you find better work, like a curated job board, tips to update your resume, and more.
Cheers to my new job.
Visit Indeed.com/care today.
Upgrading your smart TV just got easier with the new Roku Streaming Stick and Roku Streaming Stick Plus. They power directly from your TV, clutter-free, so you can get plugged into America's #1 streaming platform. Access features such as backdrops and voice remote, tune into
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
Available to some North Dakotans who want to buy a home. State Industrial Commission increased eligibility limits for programs to help with home purchases. Maximum income limits now range from $93,500 to $110,000, depending on property size. Program limits are also specific to household sizes in the county where the financed home resides. KFYR Radio News Time, 8:39.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the start of summer 2025. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Make sure you have the free iHeartRadio app in your phone today.
Upgrading your smart TV just got easier with the new Roku Streaming Stick and Roku Streaming Stick Plus. They power directly from your TV, clutter-free, so you can get plugged into America's #1 streaming platform. Access features such as backdrops and voice remote, tune into live TV and sports for free, and stream the best apps like iHeart, where you can listen to your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all for free. Head over to Roku.com and meet the new Roku players. It's on. Roku.
At Little Spoon, we know little things can add up to big change. A tiny voice will make or break your morning. Itty bitty steps can start a journey. One little kid can blow us all away. That's why every decision we make matters, from using thoughtfully sourced and organic ingredients to saying no to artificial junk. We make meals and snacks for your baby's first bites to their big kid years. Get easier mealtime for every age. Delivered. Learn more at littlespoon.com.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Sunny, warm day today. Some hazy skies due to the high altitude smoke of distant wildfires. High 84. For tonight, clouds, low 55. Sunny, warm day tomorrow. And the high tomorrow at 86. For Sunday, a very warm day. Lots of sunshine, breezy, the high 90. Clouds, breezy and cooler. Shower and a heavy thunderstorm on Monday. High Monday at 67. Get your weather news when you want it from AccuWeather.com. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Steve Williams.
Bismarck at the moment with a northeast wind at 3. Sunshine 49. 841. Clay Peterson, Guns of the 701. More coming up.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the start of summer 2025. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Make sure you have the free iHeartRadio app in your phone today.
It's hard not to add a side of hot, crispy hash browns to your favorite McDonald's breakfast. It's even harder not to eat said hash browns before you get home. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking with no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Hey, Twin Cities, is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Make the switch today at huntington.com/yourmoney.
Take a quick drive to Crystal Cave with adventures above and below for the entire family. Cave tours, mineral and fossil shop, gem panning, picnicking. Discover Crystal Cave at acoolcave.org. Take the short drive to Spring Valley, Wisconsin. See you underground at Crystal Cave, Wisconsin's longest cave.
Know what tomorrow is? It's that day you do something. Monumental or seemingly inconsequential. Start a new job, leave an old one. A big date or a small gathering. Drinks with a new someone, or simply to strut past an old flame. So celebrate in style. Step out and stack on. Flash a look of bold 14-karat gold. Layer that fit with the solitaire diamond drip. Whatever the reason, Jared Jewelers has the perfect on-trend way to show the world you did it. So tomorrow, you be the one who went to Jared.
843 KFYR until Mitchell and go to Mornings with Michael Bell coming up after 9. Clay Peterson here with me, Guns in the 701.
You know, I was listening to your news there.
Here we go. I knew you were going to chime in on that.
People,
go ahead.
Aren't there? I mean, what the heck? Take your BB gun in and start pointing it around. I mean, I see Jamie, he sent us a message. I think that, I think that would bring... Put it this way, if it looks real, and it sounds like it looked like a Glock, if someone starts pointing it around, that's probably a good way for constitutional carry and stand your ground to be...
Exactly. That's the problem. Isn't the gun, it's the individual.
I mean, that is just dumb.
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about that. I guess I'll have to try and follow that story.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. I want the psyche val on this dude, you know? It's like...
I mean, what was he thinking? I have no clue. And by the way, it was a BB gun, so of course you can't blame gun laws because they're not regulated by gun laws. They're actually classified
So
as
can
toys.
I 3D print a fake Glock and wave it around and nobody can do anything because it's just 3D printing? It's not like real.
I mean, you could do it, but you might get ventilated by a concealed carry permit holder.
I mean, I'm not saying it would be smart. It obviously wouldn't be, but you know,
wouldn't be good. I wouldn't suggest.
I just, you know, but I can hear the anti-gun crowd say, "Yeah, this is why we have to get rid of every gun on the planet." Well, you're not going to get rid of every gun on the. That's just as ludicrous as saying we got to get rid of every cow on the planet. You're never going to be able to do it.
Like New York, I just kind of get off subject, but New York, I just seen that they put forth a sting operation to go after Walmart in New York because they were selling toy guns, and I'm not talking like metal fake ones or even airsoft, plastic toy guns. Fined them $16,000 so far because they were selling toy guns. I mean,
he brought a super soaker to Walmart and okay,
this
great.
is ridiculous. But hey, and the reason was because they were black or silver instead of neon green or see-through, violating the New York ban.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess the guy that had the BB gun, maybe that wouldn't have happened in New York. I don't know because gun laws work, right? Anyway. Oh my God!
That's Chicago. Ask Chicago how well gun laws work, right?
Yeah, it's working great. Murder capital of the country. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but they're illegal there. You can't have them there. You know what? You know what else is illegal? Speeding.
Yeah, that works too, don't it?
Yeah, we just keep raising the speed limit, and
which I'm all for. I like raising the speed limit. So.
Oh, sure.
My
is the
fines
speed
will
limit going to be 80 or 87?
Well, I don't know. I go 90, so I mean, I guess.
Yeah, you go 90 already. All right. In your case, 97.
Yeah.
Good grief. How do you avoid tickets?
And to all those listeners, this is satire. It's not a true evaluation of what I do. No.
Oh, whatever.
I can't. I got
whatever, Pinocchio. I hear your nose growing over here.
Full disclosure, I can't self-incriminate. So. Oh my goodness.
I'll just take the fifth because I was young and stupid once upon a time. Now I'm just old and foolish, but there we are.
Oh, old and I see you PR'd it up. Old and you should have put aged and foolish. There
Soft, just aged. There we go. I like that. Hey, not old, just age. More experienced. Yeah, let's go with that lie. Yeah, I've got more experience. It just doesn't mean I'm making smarter decisions with my life.
Yeah.
It just means I'm making more dumb decisions. That's all it means. Whatever, fine. Homeschool and 2A education goals in 2025 and perfect for real education.
Yeah, I've seen this, and I thought this was kind of interesting, so I was reading through it, and it kind of really goes, there's a lot of...
Oh, Clay? Clay? Look at that. They got his phone. They got his phone. Or are you on mute? Clay, are you on mute? That's always embarrassing. You haven't been on enough Zoom meetings or Teams meetings or whatever if you haven't been on mute at least once and talking, thinking everybody can hear you. You're on mute, you're on mute, you're on mute. Yeah. I just was giving Clay a sec because I thought maybe he's just in a bad spot or something, but now I'm thinking he's either muted and not paying attention to the fact that I'm talking, or this one actually died. The line is still on. All right, tell you what, we're going to go out of sequence here. This is what we call calling an audible. Yeah, I give up on Clay for the moment here. We'll try him again in a moment.
Happy birthday to every girl and boy.
Kristen Fetch of Bismarck, 18 today. I put it 18 and circled it, but I kind of did it too close to the 1, and it looked like a 4 for a second there. Kristen Fetch, poor family giving him a heart attack. 18, not 48. Where are you getting 48 from? I don't know. 18. Happy birthday, Kristen. Carrie Lip of Mandan, 67 today. We flipped the virtual coin, and Carrie Lip, watch your mailbox. We're going to get you some Gloria Jeans from KFYR 550. We'll try Clay back in a moment here. Guns in the 701. Stem.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the start of summer 2025. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcasts in the world will be along for the adventure. Make sure you have the free iHeartRadio app in your phone today.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers are into, true crime, sports, comedy, culture, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. And all this reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for you. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time. Call 844-844-iHeart and get podcasting working for you.
At Noodles & Company, we know noodles. It's in our name. We've been doing noodles for 30 years, and we put everything we know into an entirely new menu. Hear that? That's the sound of us chopping more fresh ingredients, because we know fresh tastes better. That's us sautéing your dish to order, because we know fire gives it more flavor. And this is the sound of noodles bringing people together, because we know they're the one thing we can all agree on. Explore our new menu with bolder new flavors and new takes on our classics at noodles.com.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
8:51 in KFYR, and perhaps the anti-Second Amendment crowd got to his phone. I don't know.
Yeah, evidently they were listening and zapped me. I don't know. But
yeah, it's God striking down. Or the alternate take I had was, geez, he can't even operate a phone. We want to give him a gun. Clay Peterson goes to the 701. His phone went dead as we were talking a few minutes ago, and I finally gave up and did some birthdays and some of the other stuff. And
well, you have to pay a few extra bills.
Yeah, paying. I got to pay the bills. Yeah, as Michael Bell would say. Yeah, we got to pay the bills. That's an old hippie FM radio thing. Well, after we pay some bills, we'll get some more Pink Floyd on or whatever. Iron Butterfly or whatever.
Anyway,
anywho.
I'll wrap that one up. I think that homeschooling, and even if your kids are in public education, it's a great opportunity for you to express, especially the Second Amendment, and let your kids know. I mean, they're indoctrinating your kids with a different ideology. Might as well counter that and teach them right. So I like the idea. And if you're out there in that Georgia area, maybe get down there and go to that conference. I think it'd be a good idea.
So it's in Georgia. When is that again? I had it right in front of me.
August 9th and 10th.
Okay, so make sure you block those days off.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This one's actually in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was in Georgia last year, but it's in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Not as hot and humid as Atlanta in August, because you just turned me off to going into Atlanta in August. My God.
Atlanta.
Why on earth would I do that? Maybe in January, but not. Don't make me go to Georgia in August.
I'll have to tell you a story someday about my trip to Georgia. That was interesting when I was in Atlanta for about 2 days.
I had a couple of, one was a company thing, and then one was, it was, you can Google the Spice Network TV channel, and the short version of the story is I didn't even know it existed, and I turned the TV on in the hotel room. I'm like, whoa, what in the world is this? Like, you leave it on that channel? Really?
Wow.
You think they check it, but
you'd think.
Somebody's kid might, come on.
Yeah.
Put it on Nickelodeon and I'll find the channel I want or whatever.
Yeah, just put it on. A lot of them, they got their own motel home screens. You'd think they'd check that.
Or what? There's some comedian that did, I don't remember who it was, that, if I'm watching a movie in room 2, how do I know I'm not the movie in room 3?
Oh, no.
Like, well, how'd you put it that way? Armed citizen fatally shoots intoxicated man who fired into Peoria bar after being ejected. Yeah, this is why we don't. Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, happy ending chronicle. I love this. It's but another dumbass. Oh, sorry, I messed up.
Another dumb donkey. Yeah, we know what you meant. We know what you meant.
Potentially deadly situation was diffused Saturday night after an intoxicated man. He was ejected from a sports bar. Okay, that happens, right? We've seen it. We've all seen it. But he wasn't very smart. He decided he should return with a firearm. He probably knows that guy that had the BB gun there in the last story. But anyway, he comes in there, gets his firearm, and then starts firing into the building. Well, he was shot and killed by an armed bystander. Again, here we have a good guy with a gun. He's carrying his firearm legally. He knows how to use it. And he took out a problem that probably could have become much bigger. And the Peoria police, they said that they were at the incident about 11:30 p.m. They got there. the staff had refused to serve this guy anymore, so I suppose he was mad. They got him off of the premise, and then he retrieved his firearm from his BMW, by the way. So that's interesting. That I wouldn't think a guy like that would go off the hinges like that. Anyway, another bar patron got struck. But go ahead, Todd.
Well, I was going to say, I just remember my college, late teen days when drinking age was 18 in Wisconsin, and I got hammered far too often. I would never have been dumb enough to think, hey, maybe if I grab a gun and shoot it into the bar, they'll bring me in and give me drinks. What makes a person think this?
Yeah, not going to happen, is it? Yeah, just dumb. Yeah.
What part of that works? Oh, man.
And the thing is when he started shooting in there, he struck a guy, a bar patron, hospitalized and had serious injuries. It sounds like he was released. When I was looking farther into this, he's okay. But, yeah, he got caught, or he got struck. Well, there were two people outside just sitting there. Well, one of them, legally armed, he went ahead and pulled his concealed carry firearm and struck the suspect. He was ventilated, no longer assumes his breathing air. He's assumed room temperature, and a very deadly situation was taken care of by a good guy with a gun with a happy ending for the week. So.
And meanwhile, the guy that got injured has a story to tell the rest of his life. How did that happen? Oh, you're not going to believe this.
Well, just sitting in a bar.
Yeah. Minding my own darn business when Clay Peterson goes to the 701. Make sure you check him out on YouTube and make sure you check him out on iHeart. They're the best.
iHeart, yep. So they're all the time best platform out there to find guns in 701.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
And
there
every
you go.
Friday here. Can't miss us.
All right. Take care, Clay. Stay safe.
You too. Have a great weekend.
All right, you
Bye.
too. 8:58. Michael Bell. Dakota Mornings is next. Hang on.